Hello and welcome to round 8, the last round of the Swiss. I'm Dan Unwin. I'm here with Isaac Egan.
How's it going?
And we're going to be doing the coverage for the final round. We've got a couple of matches where we don't think they're going to ID. They shouldn't ID. They shouldn't. But
I think that it's all right for one of them to ID, but the other one has to bash, so therefore they
so
bash.
the tiebreakers I did was 2 of them are going to miss out.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be the losers of these matches. If both matches ID, then it might be both from one. But if I was in that situation, I think most people can work through it and realize that they should play in this situation. So the first match we have under that circumstance is going to be Sasha Markovic and Oliver Ox. And we've covered these guys a couple of times. They're both really good players, and that's probably why they're still here at this time of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Sasha destroyed me. So
there you go. So Isaac was playing earlier today, but he's gone and seen a film, and he's come back, and he's gracing us with his presence. So yeah, I don't know if they're ready to go, but we'll be going over there when they are ready. And on table 2, we have, I'm not actually sure who's on table 2, but that's the other match that's also playing for a top 8 spot.
Yeah, interesting. Who we got locked for a top 8 at the moment?
So there were 6 people who ID'd. I know Wilfie's one of them.
Nathan Basser, I believe. Possibly his first top 8.
Great.
Good to see.
I think it was Brian or Byron that we saw last feature match. He defeated Simon, and he's locked.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure who the other 3 are, but yeah, we'll be covering the top 8, so you'll see them in action when that is the case.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, Tim Hughes. I think
Tim Hughes in?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Old Hughesy. How was his pull?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just briefly spoke to Wilfie and I said, who's locked? And he mentioned a couple of names.
Great.
I'm pretty excited that Basser has locked. He's a GG's regular.
Okay.
And he plays a lot. Plays in the Highlander League. So
okay, so it looks like we now are looking at the players shuffle up. So once again, we've got Oliver's sweet GP Sydney mat and Sasha repping Team Sneak and Show. So, go the mat at least.
And you can kind of see that GG's tablecloth showing through there.
So I'm not sure who's on the play here. Looks like Ollie's got a bunch of basics in his hand. A whole bunch of basics. So we're interested to see if he holds on to that one.
Now, I've seen a lot of Sasha's deck. What's in Ollie's deck? You've seen a lot of it?
So Ollie has that 4-mana black enchantment that pumps his warriors by power, and if they hit, you can pay life to draw a card.
Yeah.
Rate of spoils, and that thing was just excellent for him in his feature matches. He's got really aggressive guys. He's got Necropolis Fiend, which was also pretty good later in the game.
Sweet. Looks like
he's...
Oh,
Bloodsoaked Champion.
It's like that guy does so much damage. Did like 16 to me.
Even their 3-drop can't block it.
Yeah, that's the thing, eh? Like you play a morph on turn 3, and it's just useless against him.
Yeah.
So he gets a lot of free damage in.
So we've seen both these players play a lot of 2-drops over the course of their previous feature matches. So Ollie didn't have one, but it's possible Sasha does. Yeah, here we go. So
wow, 1-drop, 2-drop.
Yeah, I think he's got at least 4 2-drops that we saw, so his deck's pretty aggressive.
Is that the flyer or is that the?
This is the Outlast guy.
Okay, cool. Because I know that I think that Ollie has a Mardu Charm in his deck, so this would be a pretty good Mardu Charm time.
That would be really quite impressive. And Ollie did shit with 3 mana up, which is always super suspicious. Like usually it means a kill shot, but a Mardu Charm would be a whole lot better than that here. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
So at least the Bloodsoaked Champion has 2 toughness, and he's not even...
Yeah, I think he's... Oh, is he playing around the Mardu Charm?
Okay.
I think that Sasha knows about the Mardu Charm, but is prepared to get in there anyway, just in case he doesn't.
He's prepared to trade one of his guys for it, or at least part of it.
Yeah, didn't have anything though.
No.
Interesting play. Didn't even have a morph. All right, so he's got a 4-drop.
And okay, so he's got a 4/5, and because he didn't trigger raid, he's losing 4 life as well. So it stabilizes pretty well because it's enormous. But
yeah,
he's
down
dropped
to
to 14. Or is that even live? Could he be down to 10? He could be down to 10.
Smite,
bash,
and then bash for 6.
Yeah. Okay, so he's actually on 5 now. He's facing down lethal, and it's turn 4. It's his turn 5.
That is as good draw by Sasha. I'm not sure. I guess Wrath. Wrath is in this format.
It is. I'm pretty sure Ollie doesn't have one. I mean, Ollie's first play of the game was a 4-drop that lost 4 life. So that's sort of like the opposite sort of draw you want against an aggro deck.
Yeah.
And, okay, so here he's killed the chief. He's going to be going down to 1 on Sasha's turn.
Yeah.
Still facing down 2 creatures. Things are looking pretty rough. Oh, and
that's lethal.
Yeah, an enchantment of his own.
Wow. Quick game.
Yeah, wow, okay, so Sasha just swiftly out of the gates. Ollie kept a slow hand on the draw. I saw him spend a little bit of time on it, and that's probably why. He had his colours, he had his lands, but really he didn't have a quick hand at all. And
Yeah. I mean, Sasha did go like, what, 1 drop, 2 drop? What did he do on turn 3? He played another 2 drop.
yeah, 1 drop, 2 drop, 2 drop.
Turn 4,
Smite.
kill your dude. Turn 5, lethal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, okay, we're going to be transitioning to our full table view, so you're going to be able to see us in the top corner and both feature matches. All right, so we can see up the top that both...
So Tim Hughes is not locked.
He is
and
not.
I can see... is that an Ian Wood?
No, it's not anyone. Can we just confirm who's on table 2?
Yeah.
We know Tim Hughes is there, but we don't know his opponent at this point. That looks like they're well and truly in game 1, as you would expect at this point. Okay. And yeah, you can just see up the top, Sasha and Ollie both sideboarding away.
So what's the best card in Ollie's deck that you've seen?
That is a good question. To be honest, that enchantment that Sasha just played was the most impressive card I've seen out of his deck.
Oh, well, okay, so he's more consistent. Because I don't think that card, that's not a house, it's just...
No, it was just excellent in his deck.
Yeah.
He's got quite a bit of removal. Okay, so it's Tim against Jet, and they look... I'm not familiar with Jet, but they look like they're in game 1.
Ended game 1. Going into game 2? Oh, no.
Oh, no, they're still in game 1. We can't actually see the cards.
Yes,
yeah.
Because I know Sasha's got a Ghost Fireblade, which is...
Yeah, that was a card that we saw do really good work.
It's very good.
Yeah, we saw one of his matches where he lost to it in game 2 and then had his own in game 3 and took that one, so...
Yes. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, Sasha's deck's just absurd. Like... Yeah, the card quality's through the roof.
Wolfie's deck looked really good as well. I don't know, so I dig through time and Amanda's Rider, so...
Yeah, and he played really, really tight to make top 8. Like, he played super tight in his feature match. He literally had to play to draw Feat of Resistance, and he, like, played the bounce spell that loots, and missed, and then drew it for his turn and won. That was against Simon.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
That's sick.
He was actually playing to his outs, and he played really, really well.
It's good to see that happen, like, when somebody does some, like...
Yeah.
Some cool, like...
Where they're like, I'm in a lot of trouble unless this and this, and actually it all comes together. So we actually told Simon afterwards that he'd drawn it, and Simon was like, because Simon wasn't sure he didn't just have it all along, so...
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Simon's Ashcloud Phoenix and a couple of other rares, like, really just trying to race Wolfie, and Wolfie just, like... put together a really good game. So,
what do you think of the format you've been commentating all day?
Yeah, I mean, I really like this format. It seems like you can play, like, if your pool's got some good cards, you can probably play them. You can play a lot of colors, or you can play an aggro deck. There seems like a lot of play in the games, like the morph interactions are really interesting, like the information you have, and I've been really impressed. Like, we've seen a lot of really good feature matches that are decided by good play, which is really refreshing.
I actually like really enjoy the trying to get reads on morph aspect of this format.
Yeah, there's a couple of rules about them, but you're really just trying to get information based on when they played them and what they did with them.
Yeah, how they attack with them, and just having knowledge of the format's very good.
Great. So, okay, we've seen them draw on their hands for game 2, so hopefully we can go back to the table view. Yeah, here we go. And Ollie's going to be on the play this time. So.
Starting on 21. That happens a lot in this format.
That's when you want to play tap lands. Ollie's got pretty good mana. Like, I think he's got 5 dual lands in his 3-color deck. At least 4. And we talked about Sasha splashing his Kratos Claws off his 2 red sources. And also with a bit of a green splash as well. So he's mainly white-black. Alright, so once again, Sasha's got a 2-drop. We've pretty much seen that in every game we've watched Sasha play. He's got so many 2-drops and his mana's good, so...
Yeah, sweet. And he's got a dead drop as well. I know that...
Yeah.
That's pretty relevant. As far as like trading early is concerned, it really works well for him.
Okay, so Ollie with the play of the format, turn 3 morph. And... Okay, so if Sasha's got a follow-up play, you just expect him to attack here. But if he doesn't,
probably just going to outlast.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him outlast, and that's what happens.
Yeah, cool.
Because he's got a tap land, he doesn't have the 3-drop.
He might have had the 3-drop, but it's just better to.
Yeah.
Maybe has a 4-drop in. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Actually, I can see a swamp in his hand now. So and a forest. All right, he's got a bunch of lands.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay, so we can see in Ollie the raid get a 1/1 warrior guy, but he's chosen to play a second morph over that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's playing around smite. Doesn't want to be smited. That doesn't seem like great though. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when we see what those morphs are, we'll get some more information on his choices.
Mm. What do you reckon? If you're going to gut shot, what are the 3 morphs on the table?
Oh, Jesus.
I reckon one of them's Pony Black Brigade. One of them.
You
one
reckon?
of the 3.
Because he's white, black, red.
Also, I think one of these has got to be like that 1/5 guy as well.
Which is the 1/5?
The flyer.
That guy's terrible.
I know. Maybe those kind of cards aren't in these
Ollie
top 10 lists.
actually does have one of those. We have seen him have that, so that could be a sweet read from Isaac. Just picking the bad morph, just straight out.
Morph 2, bad morph.
Morph 2, bad morph.
Morph 2 is the 1/5.
I'm pretty sure he would have played the 2/3 raid if it was a bad morph.
Yeah, that's fair.
So my money's on that the morph number 2 being pretty good and morph number 1 being. I mean, he tacked it in here, so it's got to at least be okay. Oh, okay. So throttle after blockers. So it was sort of like representing morph equity with 5 mana up, and then when Sasha just totally called him, he was like, alright, fine, removal spell.
What a baller.
I guess because that could totally have been a 3/6 there. That would have been a dreadful block.
Yeah, I mean, dreadful block. That's a good play. Alright,
here we go, 1/5.
3/6.
3/6, alright.
Okay, so Sasha just guessed the correct morph to block there.
Yeah. So I'd pick that to be a good morph, and it turned out to be a 3/6. So I'm expecting this morph. Well, this one morph obviously doesn't have a 5 mana turn up. It could be the 5/3, the black common.
Yeah, could be the 1/5, but he just didn't want to spend mana to have them bounce.
Yeah. All right, so morph attacking, morph not blocking, and yeah, we've seen this guy from Ollie a bit. Sasha very happy to discard a forest. He's already got his green source in play.
Another morph?
Oh, now we see Mr. Raid. So,
okay, I can understand why that enchantment's pretty good in Ollie's deck.
Yeah, he's also got the Delve Flyer, the Warrior Flyer guy, and
I see Warrior.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Fanboy pointed that one out for me. Right, so morph attacking.
Got 5 mana, like
bravely into it. 5 mana, 5 colors. It's not white, blue, red. He's only got 4 colors.
4 colors. Yeah, it doesn't have blue.
It's not a blue morph. It's probably not a blue morph. No, in Sasha, it might be a blue morph.
I reckon it's their 4/4 lifelinker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so if it is that, he chose not to turn it up. Maybe morph 2 is the 4/4 lifelinker.
Oh, that's he's got kill shot in his hand though, doesn't he? Pretty sure I saw a kill shot.
Come on, Sasha, show us your hand.
Yeah. So
Ollie's got an interesting spot here. I think he's just drawn his 5th land.
He has to choose whether to send with everything.
We know his morph isn't better than a morph.
Yeah.
Or isn't much better than a morph anyway.
Could also be the 1/4 lifelinker guy, Sidisi's pet.
Oh yeah.
I know that's in Sasha's deck, so
probably the worst card in Sasha's deck. That card's fine, I suppose. It's a morph.
Yeah, morphs of gas, etc. Very.
Alright, so Ollie's like deep in the tank here. He's interesting attack with 5 mana up and cards in hand. Sasha could have a whole lot of different things, and he's got to try and work his way through it. He's got 3.
Does he have 5 mana or does he have 4? What's he on?
It's Sasha with 5 mana.
Sasha's fine. Ollie's on 4.
Ollie's on 4. He's got a land in hand. He's got a swamp in hand. And he's also got a Mardu Charm in hand. So you're right, he did have that. I think his other card is the black common morph that turns up as a 5/3.
It looks like Yifen is in the top 8.
Yeah, and Jens, who we've seen in a couple of feature matches with his very powerful, I would say bug deck, but I suppose we're supposed to call it something else.
There's bug. It's fine.
Okay.
Joe Score? Is that the Adelaide Joe Score, or is that I'm just saying SCL Score? Is that Joe Score? Is that Joe Score?
That's a very good question.
You don't know who Joe Score is.
All right, so it was.
I told you one of them was a pony back.
You were calling one of Ollie's morphs as a pony back.
I said one of the 3. There's 2 morphs there, one here. I'm still on 1/5 flyer over here.
Yeah, it could still be a pony back.
It could be, but
you're only calling one of the 3.
I've only called one. One is a pony back.
All right, so suspension field getting rid of the 5/3, the newly cast 5/3.
Good thing about suspension field as a removal spell is it doesn't help them with delve.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And Bird Warrior Getting in there. All right, so no attacks from Sasha. This board's looking a little clogged up with tiny creatures.
Yeah, he said that Mito Charm was going to help with the tiny creatures, but
I think
that flyer is going to be something that he needs to get rid of. Otherwise, he's going to die to it.
Some good analysis.
Yeah. We can't really attack on the ground. Like
Yeah, I mean, if this is your 1/5 flyer,
yeah, then that's probably why he's keeping the mana open so he can flip that thing up and block.
So Marucham can do 4 damage to creatures, so that might be what he needs to do with it.
True.
All right.
Oh,
sending the team. Okay, that's an interesting attack. What has he drawn?
Yeah, sending.
This is obviously telegraphing that Sasha has a relevant card in hand, like because this is a dreadful attack. Otherwise, the 2/3 just eats a 2/2.
Yeah.
I suppose it's like not that bad. The 2/3 eats a 2/2. And then like depending on what that morph is.
2/3.
I guess because Sasha's
2/2.
comfortable on that morph being like either red or bad, he's not too frightened of the 5 untapped mana. Like
maybe he wants to get in now whilst he doesn't have the red mana.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah.
He could also have like something like a trumpet. I don't think there's no red cards in his deck except for
the fireball
and pony. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like this is going to be hard for Ollie trying to work out what the hell's going on here.
It's really difficult. You've got to get some information on what that morph is because like I suppose I'd probably just put a 2/1 in front of it. My 2/3 would eat the pony.
Because if this morph is the untap, all my dudes get +2/+2.
Oh well, that's game winning.
Ollie's dead, so
yeah.
So it can't be that as far as
Ollie's decision making goes.
Yeah.
So we've just found that table 2 is already going to game 3. So yeah, we'll see how that one turns out. How would you block here? Would you put the morph in front of a 1/1 and a 1/1 in front of a 1/1 and the 2/1 in front of the morph?
Yeah, I put the 2/1 in front of the 2/2. And
and your morph would also eat a 1/1?
Yeah, my morph would also eat a 1/1.
So why are you blocking with the 2/1 on the 2/2 instead of the 2/3?
Because the 2/1, if it blocks a 1/1, then it dies.
Okay.
So
you're happy to trade that off rather than just take 1 extra damage?
I'm happy to trade my 2/1 for his 2/2.
Okay.
And then the 2/3, I want to block a 1/1. Like, obviously it's going to block something. I don't want to block the morph there. There's just too many things that result in it being bad. And you got Mardu Charm next turn.
Sure.
So you can then block it next turn when he attacks and pulls the same trick, and then you
do 4 damage to it.
Yeah, when he spends the mana. But again, like part of this big play is like, what is this morph?
Yeah, I mean it's clearly not very good. Once again, no information on Ollie's morph that's been around forever. Alright, so goblins die. Sasha does 5 damage to Ollie. We have a Death Dealer and a Blood. Okay, alright, so he just had some guys.
He just wanted some value, just wanted to get us attacking them.
Yeah, just wanted to send in the clan. I mean, like, it was the 1/5. Impressive.
I was one of them. Didn't pick which morph it was, but that's alright.
So Ollie's just drawn the Delve Flyer, and he does actually have enough resources to play it and keep up Mardu Charm. So we're going to see Mardu Charm straight away on the Death Dealer. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
We've been told not to yell because they might be able to hear us.
Yeah, so we don't want to say Mardu Charm too loudly. We're a long way away from the feature match table, but this hall has cleared out over the last 10 hours of Magic players, and we're down from 163 to very few. All right, so we are seeing him delve his flyer after. So he Mardu Charm the Rakshasa. Is that what it's called? Death Dealer.
Oh. Rakshasa.
And he's got a flyer of his own to block Ollie's. So now
it's a bit of a stalemate again.
Yeah, that was a really good stabilizing turn for Ollie. Kill your best creature, have a trader for your next best creature.
So it's going to come down to what's this morph that Sasha has?
Yeah, all these cards in hand to no cards in hand.
So you can send in with everything, and if that morph is relevant, then it's really good. Because it's going to trade the 3/3 flyers, the 1/5.
It's just going to block a 2/1. 2/1's going to come back. You don't even care.
Yeah.
And then
so Sasha gets to get in with his morph, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Or he blocks with the 2/3, and Sasha turns the morph up. So if it's Sidisi's pet, then
Ollie's also won a lot of life, so
he could just take the 2 from the morph.
Or you could stick a whole bunch of guys in front of the morph.
That's true. Not really, because he doesn't want to. He can't lose his 3/3 to the morph.
Oh,
being
that's
flipped
true.
Up.
Well, no, we can because he's got this 1/5 flyer that can block the 3/3.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, I mean the fact that the morph could be a 6/7, the green thing,
Ooh.
means that Ollie's only got 6 power, so that block wouldn't guaranteed kill it anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Alright, so Sasha just shipped. He wasn't comfortable with his attacks there. Didn't even feel like paying 2 mana to attack with his Bloodsoak Champion and cast it again. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose if he attacks, Ollie snap blocks, so he may as well pretend he needs his 6 mana for something.
Yeah. Yeah. You're almost giving away information that you don't have something.
Yeah, that my morph does not cost more than 4 to flip up. Like, cutting hand does not cost more than 4.
I reckon it's probably Sidisi's pet. The fact that it hasn't been flipped at all,
Yeah,
it's got to be.
You love these 1 power morphs. You're like, that's a 1 power morph.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else in the format.
It's a blue card.
It's a blue card.
It's the 0/6 blue card.
There's so many cards that could blow this game over.
Oh, absolutely. Just one quality creature, 1 quality spell for either player, and it would really turn it around. So Ollie just showed us the planes and then played a tapped red-black land. So I'm pretty comfortable that Oliver has a couple of lands, a land now. Alright, it's coming up. It is. Oh,
4/4.
There you go.
Yeah, not the 1/4.
I think you called that at some point, but you just totally bailed on it.
I changed my mind.
You got to commit.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's just say I did say that it was a 4/4 because I did.
You definitely did. Alright, so another door. This is the 2/5 Outlast, which doesn't do a whole lot. And this time...
I like attacking.
This time, play your forward before combat. Attack. Both players knowing exactly what's going on.
Sasha's probably making some funny comment. Well,
yeah.
He's probably,
Like attack you for 2?
Attack you for 2?
You got a 12?
I'm going to block.
Oh, and we just saw Ollie play a mountain. Like, I'm pretty sure Sasha saw his planes.
It's a nice mountain.
It is. Repping the beta basics, or mostly beta basics. Ollie clearly wasn't planning on playing much white. Didn't bring those ones along.
Yeah. It's got some options here. Like, you can just outlast and pass the turn.
Yeah, like, the attacks aren't good. Because if he attacks with a 4/4, it's probably going to be blocked by a 3/3 and a 1/5. Which we'll see if it happens. The good thing about blocking with a 3/3 and a 1/5 is even if Sasha has removal for the 3/3, it still doesn't get through. But if he has removal for the 1/5, that's a dreadful block. So maybe he blocks with all 3 if he blocks.
If he has like a -4/-4, he gives -4/-4 to the 1/5, then deals 1 damage and then 3 damage.
Yeah, so that block's pretty bad if Sasha has a couple of things. Blocking with all 3 also doesn't get around -4/-4. Well, if you block with all 3, you're not getting around removal on the 3/3. So that's just worse, because then if he has removal on the 3/3, he also gets to kill the 2/3. So, if Ollie does want to block, I think that's the right way to go about it. And yeah, Sasha's happy to trade and go up to 19. Get one of Ollie's actual cards off the board. Yeah.
Also, dead drop. That's
dead drop.
Okay. He wanted to trade.
Yeah, he was like, just please have 1 less creature.
Yeah.
Don't even care which one it is.
Yeah, it could have been that. It could have just been. Did he need the?
Did he need the cards in the bin?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, maybe he did.
Yeah. So it was just a. Please trade with my guy. Please kill something.
Please block exactly like you did. Thank you. Alright, crashes into 7, down to 7. Looks like Ollie's got 2 lands in hand. Once again, one of the issues with 18 land is you can draw 11 of them. And pony back. So Sasha is not fearing the wrath.
Wrath or bust.
Hostilities were not ended, and we have Sasha in the top 8. Ollie Ox getting so close, but unfortunately, that's the end of the line.
Sasha's deck was quality.
Sasha's deck is truly excellent. Yeah.
So consistent. Yeah.
Consistent, really high card quality, and like cheap threats, which is what we saw him doing all day. He was playing 2-drops, all day, and that's so important in a format where there's no good 2-drops.
Yeah, definitely.
So congrats to Sasha, and he's gonna meet those others in the top 8. Because our other match is finished, this is going to be the end of our coverage for the Swiss. If you can join us for the top 8 coverage, it looks like it's going to be myself and SJB, Sammy. So we'll be taking you through to the end after the draft. We might be watching the draft. I'm not really sure. Oh, hello. Okay, apologies for that. We actually have gone to the second
Oh, these guys are
match.
still going.
I thought it was over, but no, they're in game 3. So we have Tim
Alright.
Hughes on the right and Jet on the left. We see. Okay, so
Ooh.
we've
18 v 15.
looks like we're in turn 6-ish.
Yeah, sweet.
Life totals are pretty equal. That is a quality magic card.
Haste.
So those who aren't familiar with Savage Knuckleblade, it's a 3-mana 4/4 that for red can gain haste. For green and 2 can become a 6/6, but only once a turn.
+2/+2.
And for blue and a 2 you can bounce it. So this is one of the absolute all-stars of the limited format. It's just so aggressively costed and so versatile.
Yeah, I've been in games where I was far behind, and I had like infinite mana, so there's this big dude, so I just block, bounce it back to my hand, and play it again.
That's it. If your 6/6 isn't big enough, you can always block and bounce. So
yeah,
it's just great at every point in the game, provided you can get the mana efficiently. So Tim's definitely got to think about this now. He's in a racing sort of position, like he can knock Jet down to 12, and he's on 13 himself, and I guess he's going to follow up with a couple of creatures.
Yeah, I mean, Tim had to be feeling pretty confident up until that Knuckleblood came down.
Yeah, his hand looks pretty good. He's got a bunch of creatures.
They're still completely in this game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Knuckleblade doesn't just win on its own. You sort of need some other stuff to go with it, and
he's setting in.
With both. I wouldn't be surprised to see a double block on the 3/3 here. Like, it does sort of ask, do you have a trick? And Jet sending so quickly means he probably does. But
yeah, I feel like he's got a trick.
I mean, like, you're only really
I think
trading.
It's like Awaken the Bear that he has in hand.
Oh, really? Okay, that would be pretty good.
So, given the trample as well.
So, would you just wear it here, do you reckon? Or,
I mean,
or would you chump block the 4/4?
I might be tempted to chump block the 4/4.
Yep, so. Okay, so.
Depends. Tim might have something as well, though.
That's true. We haven't got a good look at Tim's hand. We can see, I think it's an Arrow Storm. He's only got one red for it. And yeah, Awaken the Bear. The bear is awake and it's grumpy. Alright, so he's going to be taking 6. He's going to be dropping to 7, which is technically, he has lethal power now, but Tim still has plenty of creatures.
Just checking exactly how much damage she's doing. Seems fair.
Yeah, so, okay. Yep, down to 7.
I think that's it from Jet.
This is where things get pretty bad for Tim. He's going to have to be blocking
I think he has like
a
6 mana destroy target creature if he's got a +1 encounter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is it? Oh, no, it's a 3/7.
Death Touch Delve or something? 3/5 Death Touch Delve.
I guess we'll see. It's one of those two.
Yeah.
He's going to play his...
he
could just be playing the deal 5 damage.
Well, I mean, that requires double red, right?
He's only got 1 red.
He just drew the red source then.
Okay. Does look like a 3/7, doesn't it, from here?
I don't even know if that's a 3/7, but it looks like a black card.
3/5.
3/5
for
3/5 Death Touch for 7. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we got there. So if that is his card, I would probably attack with both and play it.
Yeah.
Like, that guy actually deals with Knuckleblade. Like, Knuckleblade can become a 6/6, or it can bounce, but it's not going to kill that guy and live.
Yeah. And then, so he gets to bash for 4, puts him to 8. The next turn he can bash him for at least 2.
And he's got the arrow thing, which can do 5 when he attacks.
Yeah, so he can...
So he is nearly there.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Or he can block with his 3/5 based on Jet not having great blocks with it.
Mm-hmm.
And if that goes through, he's got lethal. So
yeah, so he just alphas again.
I just don't think leaving back either of those creatures helps Tim win this game.
That's true.
Yep.
So it was the...
Is that 8 cost?
3/5.
I think it's an 8 cost.
3/5%. I mean 8.
Yeah.
3/7.
So something about a 7.
Let's see if he serves here.
What's the guess?
I mean,
Come on, Tim.
he loses to removal anyway, so
Yeah, it's just in such a bad spot to remove. Like, what's leaving a 2/3 or a 2/1 back against that board help you with?
absolutely nothing. Just serve in. Go on, Tim. You can do it.
We believe in you. Do what we say, make us look smart. Yeah, boy.
Oh, there you go.
Love it. Okay, so life totals are each 8, and let's see what Jet can muster. So if he does have removal, like Tim is on 8, so if he does have removal, he also needs 3 mana to pump the Savage Blade. So okay, he has removal.
But
it looks like
if he
Tim
serves
has
with both-
lethal
if he serves with both,
attacks with both.
Let's find
This
out.
is going to be huge. This is. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
You
It doesn't
just
change the clock at all, does it?
no.
But,
Well, no. It means that both are lethal
does.
next turn. So
Yeah,
we
well,
just
it
saw
reveals-
he's just
it
putting
reveals
it
the
down.
alcohol
I
trap.
didn't just draw this, bro. Didn't draw this.
Yeah. All right, and some hand is going to get extended here.
And
There you
okay,
go.
so thrilling finish there. You saw Jet not reading that card at all, not thinking about 4 points of burn to the
I
face.
think that's fine though. Like attacking with both creatures there means that both are lethal next turn. Otherwise, he gets to attack with just the fire against the chump block the next turn.
You mean Tim attacking with both?
No, Jet attacking with both.
Okay.
So if he just attacks with the 4/4, puts him to 4, which means that the 4/4 is lethal, but the 3/3 is not lethal next turn.
Yeah.
Which means that Tim can bash for 2 down to 6.
And then still have the lethal burn the following turn. So then Jet needs an answer to a creature.
Yeah.
If that's the card he's worried about, and Tim gets a whole new draw step. So
Yeah.
welcome back to the booth. You've just watched round 8 of action. We now have our
That was
top
a
8.
really good end to that.
So congratulations to Sasha and Tim, our 2 winners, to fill up our top 8. They're going to be drafting in when this round's done. So we're going to wait for everyone on the Swiss to finish and have a bit of a draft. I'm not sure how the coverage is going to go for that, but you will at least have coverage of the last 3 rounds. So that was a sweet finish to the.
That was a really sweet finish. So if you're in this top 8 draft, what do you reckon you're looking to draft?
So I really like 5 color. I haven't done that many drafts, but it's a deck I'm really comfortable with. Is you just take the best morphs. You just take lands early and remove all and the best morphs. Because
there's been multiple times where I look and like the best card in the pack is either a red card or a green card, and I'm like I'm in iron between the two. I can't decide, so I take the land.
Yeah, I mean I'm like the best 2 cards are the land. Okay. So quite a few. I know Wolfie has a preference for aggro.
Yeah, 2 drops. 2 drops are really like they're a commodity that is.
Well, yeah. I mean,
in this.
there's goofs like me looking to draft 9 tap lands. So I'm gonna play one on turn 2. You're gonna be able to attack me. I'm not gonna have a 2 drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things about drafting 5 colors, you often pick up some 2/1s for the board just for that. There's some green ones, some blue ones, and red ones going late that you just like, cool, I want these on my board. So the good aggro decks, there's like red, green, 4-power guys and tricks and all that sort of stuff. That's a pretty good aggro deck.
4-power is interesting. Like you really want to pick up things like Barrage of Boulders and
and
random. There's cards that look terrible, but you need in order to actually.
Yeah, you sort of need a critical mat. Like there's the one which says all creatures block this if it's got 4-power, prevent all damage to it.
Yeah.
That's sort of a way to get the rest of your team through, or just remove their guy.
Yeah. +3/+3 and Trample is like a card that's
a good card.
In and out of favor with me. Like I really liked it at the start, then I didn't like it because like
the thing about green,
blown out by removal.
The thing about green, it's a tough aggro deck to draft, and you're gonna have a lot of 3 drops because there's good green morphs. So having a trick that costs 3 competes for that slot.
Yeah.
It is good if you have this sort of deck that is going to have dorks in play and wants to get them over no matter what.
4/2 and Awake and the Bear are best friends.
And we saw the 3 mana 4/2 and Savage Punch just destroy people in the feature match areas in previous matches.
Yeah, definitely.
Just bash you for 6 on turn 4, kill your guy. It was just excellent.
You.
So so 5C green based aggro, white black aggro is a real thing. Like we saw the power.
The white black warrior deck.
Yep, yeah. We saw the power of all those cards from Sasha and Ollie over the course of this tournament. Having 2 drops, having synergy.
Mono Ghostblade.
Yeah, open a Ghostblade. If I was playing this top 8, I would like to open a couple of Ghostblades, or even have one passed to me.
Yeah. I would like my the guy to my right to open a foil fetch land, take the foil fetch land, and
pass you a blade. Yeah, because then his deck isn't even good.
Yeah, but he's just got a foil fetch land, so you know.
No, he's probably pretty happy. I mean, it's only a PTQ top 8.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to sign off. Thank you very much, Isaac. I'll be back for the top 8. So
thanks for having me.
I think Isaac will be enjoying his evening elsewhere.
I'm going to practice for the teams championships tomorrow.
Yeah, have you got a good team?
Yeah, they're all right.
All right. Well, best of luck with that.
Yeah. The guy in the middle, the deck builder's pretty shit, but.
Yeah, the other 2 can make up for him.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you back for the top 8.